Welcome back to Pity Privilege.
Welcome back.
Today we're working on enunciating.
Yes, we are.
I think it's funny because what?
What?
Sorry, it didn't process in my head that you were talking like that until just then. But I think it's funny because I was listening to our last one, and there are some times where if you write down what I said, it's like a mush of 5 words, and none of them make sense.
I know, because we get super, super mumbly also.
Yeah. So it's just
So we're just
like,
kind of like,
yeah.
the vocal fry.
The what?
The vocal fry.
Yeah. Yep.
So if we're acting weird, it's because we are trying to
Enunciate.
enunciate.
Well.
This is going great.
I have some Zevia.
Is it made with stevia?
It is.
Nice. Is it good or is it kind of icky?
It's good if you only drink it and get used to it as a... Do you want to try it? I don't have cooties, I don't think.
No, I'm good, because then it's going to make me like all...
Okay.
for the podcast.
Oh, because it has bubbles?
Yeah.
Oh.
I can't do carbonation very much.
We get Zevia because there's something in stevia that kills Lyme disease.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
So that's our primary brand of soda.
I mean, I like the Olipop.
Oh, I forgot to ask you guys about that.
Yeah. You know, I realized after, like, once I got home and I put the Olipops in my fridge, I realized that Julia had given me one on my birthday. And I liked it. And I forgot that that's what that was.
Oh my gosh. We love Olipop.
Mm-hmm.
One time, I feel like I already told you this, so if I did on the podcast, just shut me up. But one time I was going to the dentist. One time. Last year when I went to my dentist, which I guess I should go again, I was like, I deserve a treat afterwards. So I went into Publix that was right by my dentist, and I didn't want to go into any of the aisles, so I just checked in the fridges. And I was like, Olipop, this looks interesting. And I got the Olipop root beer, which isn't even their best flavor. And I was like, this isn't sponsored, by the way. I feel like this
it seems like it's sponsored. It's not.
I'm talking like this
I
is
went
an ad.
into the store, and what did I see but Olipop on the shelf?
So I got the Olipop and I drank it sneakily in my car, and then I went home, and then I was like, that was the yummiest thing ever. And then a couple days later, Jay was ordering Sprouts, and at the time I was like still getting used to girlfriend life and living with someone life. I had never asked him to get me anything from any store or any restaurant.
Oh my gosh.
If he'd be like, do you want anything from Uber Eats? I'm he would be like, I am ordering food. What do you want from here? And I'd be like, I'm okay, because I didn't want to like put him out. Yeah. Different now. Give me this and this and this and this.
It's like we're at a restaurant and the check comes and I just look at Kevin. Like, that's a you thing.
That's a you problem. But anyway, so he asked if I wanted anything from Sprouts, and I was like, well, I just want, if you could get me one of these sodas called Olipop. And he got like, him being him, he got like 70. And now he drinks them and I don't, because it has fiber that makes a human very gassy, and I don't want to be gassy.
Yeah, I don't think I had that problem with it, but I don't know.
Okay, interesting.
Anyway, so our ad for
the podcast is over.
Now on to the next segment where we talk about rummaging to get my notes out.
Yoga. How?
Oh yeah, that's true.
I just touched my lip to this on accident and it sparked me.
It actually, it sparked you? Like,
yeah, it keeps shocking me.
Like you literally just said that. It sparked you? I was going to say electrocuted, and then I was like, that's not the same.
Oh, it is not. I have been electrocuted.
It's like,
I think you were there when I was electrocuted.
By the fence?
By the fence.
Yeah, and you're just like, it's fine.
I was like, ah. And like, just,
Oh.
yeah.
That's what I was afraid of when I went to pet the
Yeah,
cows
you
that
should be.
time.
I think legally they have to say if
Mhm.
it's an electric fence.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, yoga.
I have so many notes. First of all, I'll start by saying we went to
Mhm.
a much chiller yoga, which
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how I feel about it. I don't feel sore today, which feels like it was a waste of time.
I feel like my back feels sore, but also my back has like always been sore lately. I think I'm just getting old.
You're carrying the weight of that dump truck.
That doesn't even make any sense.
It
but-
does though, because it weighs it down with your big round booty.
Sure. I just thought that was more of like, like a boob thing, which I don't got a lot going on in that region. So, But anyway, yeah. I know what you mean. It didn't feel quite as like rewarding in a way, but
Yeah.
it was also a little less torturous.
It was, if you're okay with sitting with your own thoughts for a minute.
That's true. Sometimes I got a little bit uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I was like, why? How long
Like
are
we're
we
taking a
going
little
to
nap.
sit here? Yeah.
I wish there was an in-between.
Yeah. Well, because the one we went to before was supposed to be
Slow flow.
slow flow.
But if you've been to some classes, like in pole, slow flow means just slow flow. It's not an easier version. It's just
yeah.
it's a slower.
So it's almost worse because it's
Your movements
slower.
are slower.
Yeah.
But I can send you the other options for next
Okay.
week.
Yeah, we can
see.
do it.
But before we get into the class yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
I want to go to a yoga retreat someday, and I want you to come with me.
Ooh.
And it's like when you go for like a weekend and just go in nature and do yoga. And that sounds horrible to you, doesn't it?
This sounds a little bit horrible to me.
But you're with a bunch of other girls, and you have like sessions of like you talk about your femininity, feminine.
It's a feminine phenomenon. Sorry.
What's that?
It's Chapel Roan.
I knew it. I knew it.
The queen herself.
What is it? Femininity? Femininity?
Oh my god. No, I don't. Your feminine nature.
Your feminine nature. And they have like, they feed you and have nice stays for you. Like it's not
Yeah.
always camping. Sometimes it's camping. Sometimes it's like you're in a mansion and you sleep in a room with 10 other girls.
I think that they did that in Fleabag.
Oh. It's a little culty,
Mm-hmm.
but in a fun way. And I would really love to do it someday. But we got to get better at yoga first.
Yeah. I don't think we're quite there.
Yeah, you don't think after 2 classes, one of them being kind of a half class?
No.
The other thing is, it could be 10 times harder. I would be fine with yoga being 10 times harder if it was like only 30 minutes. The hour gets me.
It's a long time.
The hour, I know that's like a classic class time,
yeah.
but a whole hour just feels like by the halfway point, I'm like, are we almost done?
I know what you mean, because when I'm taking a class like at school and it's an hour and 15 minutes, I'm literally staring at the clock like, when is this going to be over?
Yeah.
But also I think that what adds to it is that it's hot, and I know they were saying it wasn't hot last time, but
Yeah, she's like, I didn't make it hot just because.
I was like, that wasn't hot.
I know, I was sweating still. It wasn't as hot. I wasn't sweating as much because we weren't
Yeah.
moving as much, and it maybe wasn't quite as hot.
But it was still hot
it was
to
still
me.
so toasty, which I think is kind of one of the points of yoga. Like, I don't think you're gonna find a yoga that's not hot because
I guess because that's the part that makes you sweat,
yeah,
but I
Yeah.
don't like it.
yeah. So I'm gonna get to my I'm gonna. I just glitched. I'm sorry. You look scared. You look
Error. I just imagined like the blue screen of death popping up. The little
behind
frowny
my
face.
in my pupils. You see that? That'd be a great movie. No, it wouldn't. That'd suck. Anyway, I'm gonna get my notes. That's what I'm
Okay,
gonna say.
get your notes out.
Because I want to make sure I do this in order.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I did not put it in order.
Great.
Okay, so in this class we got little pillows,
Mm-hmm.
which she called something else because she didn't want to say your nappy nap pillows.
Yeah, she didn't say, go get your nappy nap pillows and your little play blocks.
Your play blocks.
Put down your sleeping bag.
Someone who doesn't do yoga does not understand what's happening. The sleeping bag was a yoga mat, and the play blocks were the like blocks you use if you're weak.
The yoga blocks.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that complicated, but maybe.
If like a year ago you asked me what you use a block for in yoga, I would have been like, what are you talking about?
Oh. Is this another thing, like the whole parasol issue that
Yeah.
I've been running into?
Yes. No one knows what a parasol is. Can you explain? Because now they're going to be confused.
A parasol. Hold on, before I say what it is, do you guys know what a parasol is? I'm going to ask, you know what, that's going to be the question I ask.
Yes. Perfect.
And you have to answer it before I say what it is. Okay? So answer it.
5,
Answer it.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, a parasol is like, did you do it? I'm just kidding. Did you answer it? I don't believe you.
You surprised me.
A parasol is like an umbrella, but for the sun. But it's usually like really pretty and cute looking. And I guess one of the reasons I know it is because of the musical Sunday in the Park with George. And we did pieces from that in my ensemble. And one of the things they do is, and parasols, and then you put up your parasols.
Oh.
Anyway, that was a little tangent for you about parasols.
I also don't know a lot of words. So maybe it's just a me and everyone else you said that word to thing.
Yeah. Anyway, continue.
So we got our little pillows.
Mm-hmm.
And there was one point where, okay, first of all, she said to get into child's pose, and she said something about a hot dog.
Did she?
Yeah, she called putting it under you hot dog or hot dog bun.
Okay, sometimes when she was saying things,
She was very quiet.
I did not know what she was saying. She was saying to turn to the wall, and it was the name of the place.
Yeah.
And I thought she was saying some weird word, and suddenly I was like, oh my god.
The wall with the giant
Yeah.
letters on it. Yeah. Yeah, I was confused too.
Yeah.
You could tell she's been there for way too long.
Yeah.
Because she knows everything.
I was just like, like partway through.
And it's funny because I think everyone in the class was new
Okay,
ish.
yeah.
to yoga. So I could just see everyone like looking over at her, like trying to get direction. I just like squeaked. I did like that she faced the other way. I think that's so much better.
Yeah.
Facing the mirror instead of facing us, because then I can just go, because left and right.
Oh, I get so confused when someone's like mirrored, and I'm like, which?
Yeah. They probably can't hear these
Probably
microphones.
not. Yeah, there was just a really loud motorcycle or something passing by.
Anyway.
Wait, where were you go? Wait, what were we saying? Oh, the hot dog thing.
Oh yeah, so she said to hot dog it. Whatever. So I did it, and I laid my head down on it, and it smelled like worms. It smelled so gross.
Like
That's why
worms?
I don't know if you noticed, but I was not using my pillow. I
did notice that.
I kept looking over at you using it, and I was like, I hope hers smells fine, because she wouldn't know.
Mine smelled like, it actually had a specific smell to it, but I can't remember what it was now. But
Probably
it was just
worms.
no, but it was just like detergent of some sort.
Oh, mine smelled like worms on a rainy day, or maybe like it was left wet too long before drying.
Oh, that's gross.
I was like, I'm not using this.
okay. I was kind of wondering. I was like, I feel like she would have used the pillow. So is there
Yeah.
something wrong?
Very cozy. I'm very sensitive with what I put my face on.
Yeah.
I have this problem where we have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 pillows on our bed. And if Jay ever takes mine, I will be upset. And I've had to learn to like either just be like, can I have my pillow back? Or or to just let it go, because I'm like, this is not a fair reason to be sad. A pillow.
I mean,
I just don't like that. I don't like not knowing what face oils are on my pillow. I like them to be mine.
Oh. I mean, yeah. I understand that.
But anyway, so there was no way I was putting my face on that hot dog worm pillow.
Hot dog.
She was a very serious person, so when she said hot dog, I was like, this is interesting.
Do you think that's an actual term that you use in yoga?
I would think not, but you never know. There's weird terms.
Yeah. I don't know.
Okay, we just started thinking of all of them.
Yeah. Sometimes I really don't even know what they're saying. I'm just like, yeah, go into that pose.
Okay, the other thing, this is just a general yoga thing that I don't understand, and maybe with time. Like, I know what she means, but I don't know how I'm supposed to do it. Stack your vertebrae, or whatever she said. Vertebrae?
Yeah, I think so.
Like when you're stacking your spine. I know what she means.
Yeah.
One little spine notch at a time, right? How am I supposed to know that? I can't feel my spine.
I know what you mean, because also, what is it? Well, there would also be times when she'd say to, like, position, like, your heart somewhere.
Oh,
and I think that was very, like, more the spiritual thing, but I think she was also saying, like,
I think she means your heart chakra.
Okay.
Which is supposed to be, like, where your heart is. But I was also confused because I thought that's what she meant, and then I kept looking at her, and she wasn't really doing it.
Yeah. I was a little confused. Or, like, I don't know. There was something she was saying to do with like, your ribs or something, or I don't know. And I was
that
just
part
like,
had me lost. Like, pointing your ribs one way, and then pointing your hips another way, and then pointing your leg this way, and then pointing...
I was like, whoa.
I got it, but I didn't know how to do it. I was just like...
There was one that I think I did entirely incorrect on one side. And it was the side when you were facing me, so you probably saw it. And then I suddenly was like, oh, and I flipped when I did it right when I flipped over.
What were you doing? I feel like I would have nudged you if I saw something.
Maybe it wasn't as bad as I thought. I was just like, my brain was not comprehending. She's like, put this arm here, and then it was one where like this, and then we're like, twist one leg over the other, and then have it like...
No, I know which one you're talking about, because I wasn't doing it right the first time either.
Yeah, I kept like looking back at her, and then I was like, I can't keep looking back at her. I have to just...
I know, and she was looking at us too at that point, so I kept looking at her, and she was like, I'm like, I don't know what to do.
I'm looking at you because I need to know.
Yeah.
I can't just hear, put your right leg over your left leg. Plant your foot. I can't. I have to see it.
I feel like we'll get there.
Yeah.
If we keep going.
That's true.
If we don't switch to Pilates, which is really cool. Anyway, I accidentally held the hand of the lady next to me. I think you saw that, didn't you?
I didn't see what happened, but I heard apologizing happening, and then I saw a really uncomfortable look on your face, and I was like, oh, something just happened.
Well, because they don't give enough space.
That was one of the main things I wanted to talk about. There's not enough space at all.
They want you to like spread your wings like an eagle, and
like put your leg out,
and you have to like make sure that no one's like...
And also at the one point when I was trying to put my leg out, and then I just knocked like everything over.
It's funny because the instructor also did that, because she told us where to put our blocks and our pillow. And then she put hers in the same place, and then she kept knocking them over.
Yeah, and I was like...
I like how there were certain positions where you literally... There were certain poses where you literally just, like, you hear blocks falling.
I know, like, all around,
from everywhere.
Like, echoing, like dominoes, like as everyone gets into the pose.
I was trying so hard not to laugh at that, because that was really funny.
It was really funny. The problem is that we're both also just so unserious.
Yeah. When she's yeah. Anyway, so in this particular pose, everyone had to put their arms out, straight out. and you're supposed to be aligned, so it's supposed to be like a T.
Yeah.
You can't do that because there are like 12
know.
arms you might run into.
I kept 12 arms. I kept doing like crooked versions of things.
Me too. So I put my arm out, and the lady put her arm out at the same time, and we literally like held hands. We literally like interlocked fingers. And she was like, and I was like,
that is really funny. Because like I didn't have anyone beside me except for you, so it wouldn't have been like,
yeah.
But that is really, I'm just imagining the moment of realization, and you just both look like in terror.
We're holding each other's hands, yeah.
That's amazing.
You're right, that is giving me heartburn. I don't know why I'm like this. Oh, I have to have a little treat. Anyway.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah. So I think the last thing on my list about yoga is that, sorry, I stopped for a minute because my throat made a little noise. Anyway, my last thing about yoga on my list is that at the end, when you're taking your little nappy nap, right, you get your nice little cold towel, which we loved.
I know. I don't know. We just had like a, we were just like crawling together. I don't know. I felt like the other people didn't care for them as much.
They did not. That lady was like, why do you give us a towel? Like, because it smells amazing and it's cold.
And it's cold and it was hot in here no matter what gaslighting is happening right now. I didn't even turn the heat up.
Yeah. Sure you didn't.
Okay. I saw you messing with the thermostat.
Yeah.
I'm right by it.
Yeah. So anyway, after it was done, our nappy nap was done, to get us out of it, she said, okay, now find your breath and sit up or whatever, stack, whatever, she said to find your breath. Where was it? I've had it the whole time. My breath was here.
The thought that came into my head right away when she said that, I was like, was I supposed to be holding my breath that entire time?
Well, that's the other thing I don't understand about yoga is when she says inhale, exhale.
Dude.
Are we supposed to follow those exact breaths? Because I would be dead.
Thank you. Because every time it's like inhale, by the time she gets to exhale, I've already exhaled.
She's talking, so she's breathing. She's breathing at different times than us. She doesn't understand what she's doing.
I tried to I inhaled and then I held my breath until she said exhale. And that's the only way. How long do you take to inhale? Inhale.
I tried to take it extremely seriously too, because a whole thing about yoga that makes it different than just like stretching is the breaths. Like it's a huge part of it. But like there were some times where I'm like, where she says inhale, and then I figure she's just letting us do our own thing afterwards. And then like 2 whole minutes later, she goes, now exhale. I'm like, was I supposed to?
I think it's also like I've been conditioned also like with singing, especially if you're in like a chorus or just even singing in general, you just learn how to take a really fast but still like filling breath. So it's just like you have a phrase that you're singing and then you have to like really like and you just fill up really fast.
So she's like inhale and you're like
I'm like ready to sing.
Ready.
And it's not. I'm like, wait, what do you want me to do? But yeah, when she was like, didn't she say like find your breath, feel it return to you or something like that?
Where?
I'm like, wait,
where was it?
We were sitting there in that pose for a while, and you're telling me I was supposed to have lost my breath.
Where was it?
Where did it go? Did it float out into the
My
atmosphere?
problem is if you're gonna be spiritual, then be spiritual. But you didn't tell us to like go to our happy place and like leave our breath behind. You literally just said lay here and breathe.
Yeah.
So
just like,
where?
Yeah, that's so fun.
Where to go?
I forgot about that. I'm glad that you like wrote it down because that was really funny.
Yeah.
Like no hate.
I just
no hate to her.
Like,
it's just like
sometimes I don't know if I'm supposed to close my eyes or open my eyes, but I was closing my eyes because we're taking a little nappy nap.
Yeah.
So when she said that, I was just like, It just like peeked open. I was like, wait, was I supposed to be holding it? Was I supposed to be like letting it journey off?
I think I actually started to like laugh a little bit. I was like, because all I could think in my head was like, what do you mean?
Find it.
What do you know, the Jennifer Lawrence thing? What do you mean? No? Okay. Never mind.
That was beautiful.
She was like doing I don't remember what show does it, where you like try all the spicy like wings.
Oh,
and then
I've seen clips from hers of that.
Yeah, and then he's like, now we're bringing out the spicy ones or something, and she was, what do you mean?
Oh.
And people have used it as like a.
I love Jennifer Lawrence clips. I haven't seen that though.
That's wild.
I know.
Gosh, uncultured.
I know, honestly.
But yeah, also during yoga, did you appreciate when I touched your arm or your hand or something?
I was so mad because I was doing so well at not laughing. It's okay. This is the time.
I'm scared.
I was doing so well at not laughing.
Mm-hmm.
And then you were like, and I was like,
it's time.
It's time to be class clowns.
It's class clown time.
Yeah.
We've been too good.
Yep. All right, break time.
Break time.
Bye. Kiss, marry, kill. Do you like how I changed it to kiss, but I still kept kill?
Yeah.
Kiss, marry, kill.
Oh God.
Shrek, Homer Simpson, Peter Griffin.
Oh God. Why? Wait.
I think there's an obvious Mary here. Very obvious Mary.
There is?
Uh-huh.
I mean, Mary Shrek?
Yeah, he's a sexy beast.
Okay, this is getting a little weird for me. And then I don't know. I have not watched The Simpsons
both suck.
or the Family Guy.
Yeah, the Family Guy.
Or the Family Guy. So I know nothing about either one of them.
I think I'd kiss Homer and kill Peter.
I don't know why that was my like thought too, but I have nothing like.
Yeah, but obviously Shrek. Shrek's beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, he's clearly the better one of the of the options.
I was gonna add Stan Smith, but he's basically Kevin, so it wouldn't have been fair.
I don't know who that is.
From American Dad, it's a cartoon.
Oh,
just picture Kevin as a cartoon without a beard. Stan Smith is Kevin. No one will ever convince me otherwise.
I want to look at what.
It's more than just
like
the look, but
okay.
that too. He doesn't have a beard though.
That's a shoe.
What? What? That's a shoe.
Hold on.
It's weird that he didn't.
There we go. Oh, because there's a tennis player named Stan Smith. Wait, I've seen him before.
Yeah.
You think that's Kevin?
Yeah. It's Kevin.
That is not what I pictured when you said it was Kevin.
Yeah.
A huge chin.
Well, that's like the beard areas. I don't know what Kevin's chin looks like. But no, Stan Smith reminds me so much of Kevin.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I guess I haven't really. I may have seen a little bit of it because it was like on a TV when we were on our cruise, and I was like, "This is the strangest thing I've ever seen," and I
Great cartoon.
don't like it.
It's way better than The Simpsons. Probably a little better than Family Guy.
Oh.
Because it has Roger, the alien.
Oh, okay.
You know I love my Roger.
I'm just not into the adult cartoons.
That's okay.
There's not my humor type, but I respect it.
Everyone has different interests.
Yeah. Let me look at my notes. Okay, actually I know exactly what I need to talk about.
Okay.
Without even looking at my notes.
Okay.
to add to the chronicles of like weird things that happen when I'm with Ash. So you know part of this, but you didn't get like the update. So I'm like extremely over the top when it comes to staying in a hotel and being paranoid about there being like bed bugs. It's just like a huge fear of mine. So whenever I get to a hotel, I just start taking the sheets off and examining it.
Yeah.
Which is something that I just do. But she was like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, I'm checking.
For bed bugs?
Obviously. So, you know, one of the things you look for is like little blood stains. I know this isn't very pleasant, but it's a funny story, I swear. Kind of. I don't know. I didn't notice any because I just looked on the corners and looked in the mattress, and I checked the blankets, but I didn't like pick up the blankets yet. And then but we were going out to dinner, so I was like, I'll finish checking before we go to bed, obviously. So like I pull back the covers and there's just like I send you the picture. There were little specks. And I was like, I don't like that. It's like,
Yeah, that's gross.
I don't like that. And it was just me and Ash, so I didn't have Kevin there to take care of it for me, which I hated. So I was literally texting like, because I was texting you guys and you guys just vanished on me. You weren't even there, actually.
I wasn't even there. I was lurking, as I almost always do.
I was like, okay, I need someone to help me. So I texted Kevin and I was telling him that it was happening. And he was like, well, call customer service.
Yeah.
Whatever. It was like 9:30 at night, I think. And I was like, oh, I'm so tired. We both, you know, I'll get to that afterwards. But yeah, we went to, finally I was like, okay, I'll call them. I think what I was thinking is like, what are they going to do? Like if I think there's like bed bugs, what are they going to do? And he was like, replace the sheets because you already checked and there weren't bed bugs.
Yeah.
I'm like, I guess. So we sit there for like way too long, standing in front of the phone, staring at it because we both have anxiety with calling. So much so that eventually she took the little notepad and wrote down a script. She was like, this is all you have to say. This is all you have to say. And I was like,
I guess she still made you do it.
I know. I was like, then you do it.
Yeah.
But then like we dial and the phone's just like not working for a little bit.
Oh.
And we're like, why is it not working? Why is it not working? And then suddenly it starts ringing. We both like jump back in horror. Like as it's like, ring. Why is it calling when we called? Then like once I was actually on the phone, I was fine. Like I was just like, oh, well, what I said was we have a concern with the sheets in our room. I gave our room number. They didn't even ask what our concern was.
They shouldn't, because imagine you have to explain there's poop all over them or something.
Yeah.
Like, then how do they react to that?
That's true.
Yeah.
But so she's like, okay, I'll send someone up right away. At this point, we're already like in our little pajamas and we have these little like, you know, the headbands you put on when you do like skincare or makeup, the fluffy ones.
Oh, I love those.
Like I had ones with like little cat ears and she had like little ears. So we were like
ready to sleep.
Yeah. We were ready. Well, we got little like wine spritzer thingies, which I don't drink that much alcohol, but I was like, it's a very low percentage, so I'll drink like one with you tonight.
Yeah. And
so we're just waiting because we didn't want to like start drinking it before, like we want to get cozy and like, you know. So we're waiting and it's like a long time, which I understand, like they've got a lot of things to do, but we were like tired.
Yeah.
We're like, please. We're just eating our fruit that we got for snacks. And then finally like an hour later, I think it was, the person comes up and she's like really mad at us.
What?
I was like a little scared. She just like, I opened the door and she was like, how many beds? I was like, just the one, because she's like, okay. And she's like shoves past me and she's like throwing the sheets. She's like rips the sheets, just throwing it. Like she's clearly angry, and Ash and I are just staring at each other like, what do we do? And we're just like awkwardly, like I pick up my phone and pretend to like look at it, and she's like, I understand that's probably not a fun job.
Yeah, but it's her job.
But it was like, and you know, I just get afraid of things like that.
It's not fair to.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe she just deals with a lot of like people who are very rude to her, but it's not fair to go in assuming someone's going to be rude to you and then you're rude to them.
Yeah, so just like, oh, thank you. So like when she leaves, we go and we look at the bed. The sheets on the top have more blood spots on them.
I would never stay in this hotel ever again.
No. It was like just the tiniest little specks.
Uh-huh.
So we both just, because we checked it all around. We're like, oh, it looks good. And then Ash was only like, she just sees like a couple little dots. This one looked like maybe it could have not been, like maybe it could have been like thread. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I was like, that kind of looks like it's more blood. And so I tell Kevin, I'm like, Kevin, help, because he still has to deal with me even when he's not there.
Yeah. He's like,
he was
a
like,
night of peace.
He was like, is the housekeeper bleeding? It's like, I don't know. He was like, is she okay? I'm like, I don't think it's her. I don't know. Maybe it is.
I mean, bloodstains should really come out in the wash.
Yeah.
That's the wild part.
They were white sheets, but like... So, anyway, luckily the hotel we were staying at had 3 beds.
Oh.
Because it was like a little suite.
Yeah.
So it had like 2 beds in that little room with 1 bed.
Oh.
And we had checked the other beds and they were fine. And so I just slept on the other bed.
Yeah.
But I barely like went under the blankets. I was like, I did not sleep.
Yeah. To stay there, it was bold. I know that's so like privileged.
Yeah.
But like, oh, that grosses me out. So, I just went on a rant of not putting my face on things that other people.
I was literally like gonna have like a panic attack because I was like, I don't know what to do because what are we gonna do? Like, go sleep in the car?
Yeah.
It's like 10:30, like 11 by the point like that she had left and everything.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah. So that was a fun little. Yeah, I did not sleep at all. That was the morning before we went to the...
That's right.
I was sleep deprived. Also, the walls were so thin that I could just hear everything happening in the hotel.
Jeez.
Everything. Nothing like that. We were also right by the ice machine. So every single time anyone used ice...
Why do hotels have ice machines? It's so random.
I don't know. It is kind of a weird thing. But, yeah. So...
Yeah, hotels are spooky anyway when they're like loud.
Yeah, I used to love staying in hotels. I'm like, oh, it's fun. And I've gotten to a point where I think I've become more of like a germaphobe. And honestly just grosses me out so much.
Yeah.
Like knowing that like other people have used the same things and the towels and like, I don't like it.
Yeah, I like staying in really fancy hotels, but
yeah.
It has to be really fancy, otherwise I will not stay there.
Yeah.
But I also feel like maybe I'll just bring a pillow. I don't think I should do that. I'm going on a trip soon. And I didn't get to book the hotel.
Oh.
And Jay also didn't get to book the hotel.
See, it
was booked for us.
Okay. Well, because I have trust issues when it comes to letting other people book hotels.
I would have, but it just
you had
it's
to.
a business trip, so I didn't really have a choice.
That.
But I am super uneasy about staying in a hotel that I don't know what it is.
Like you don't even know what it is at all?
I have no idea what it is. I could probably ask.
Okay.
But either way, there's no choice. So
I always have to read like 8,000 reviews before I stay somewhere.
I do that too.
None of the reviews for this place said anything about bloodstains on their blankets.
Well, maybe you should be the first.
Yeah.
There are times to leave reviews.
There are times.
Those times would be...
I'm usually just too lazy, but it'd probably be a good thing to do.
I'm always too lazy to leave reviews. It's horrible because they do really help the establishment.
Yeah.
Good or bad, but like sometimes it's just hard.
Yeah. For the amount that I rely on reviews, I should probably write more
Yeah.
of my own experience. But yeah, fun times.
Yeah, that sounds horrible.
As it was happening, Ash was like, "Hey, well, you've got some material for the podcast."
She knows what it's all about.
Yeah. It's like, you know what? That's true. I'll think of that after I'm done with my panic attack. No, I'm just kidding.
I'll think of that when I'm done panicking.
Can you get me my inhaler, please?
I'm seeing what I have
Yeah.
on my list.
She just kissed the microphone, guys.
I didn't get shocked by it again.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, that was very mumbly. I said I did, and I got shocked by it again.
Tisk, tisk. I'm gonna tell Jay that you kissed the microphone. Oh my god.
Okay, anyway. Oh, I sent you a text that I sent you a screenshot of a text that I
Explain.
sent to Jay.
Explain.
What did it say again?
It said, I forgot. It said,
Hold on, I'll just get it. It's too late. It's too late.
I remember what it was, but I'm trying to remember the exact wording because it made it funnier.
Oh, I sent him a text that said, "I'm sorry, I have no self-control. I made spaghetti."
Thank you. See, it had to be the exact wording unless I was just going to be like, you made like pasta or something and you apologized. That wouldn't have been as funny.
Yeah, so I was making spaghetti like every single day, sometimes twice a day. It's this really good protein spaghetti. It has protein in it.
Okay.
So I can justify eating tons and tons of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I really was into making spaghetti, and then one day last week, I started boiling water. And he goes, "Are you making some spaghetti?" And I was like, "Yeah, you don't have to eat it. Like, I just want some spaghetti." He's like, "Can I make some, like, gnocchi instead?" I was like, "Fine.
That's so...
Fine, let's make gnocchi." Then he made it, and I didn't eat spaghetti that day. And then, so I've been very, like, trying not to make spaghetti for dinner every single night. Because I don't want, like, I know he's not going to eat it if he doesn't want it. And we have plenty of other food. Yeah. So I've been saving spaghetti for my lunches or for, like, whatever.
Secret times when he's sleeping and you sneak down to the kitchen.
Yeah. Me apologizing wasn't actually apologizing. Like, I'm so sorry that I made spaghetti. Obviously, as you could probably tell, it was more of a joke. Like, sorry, man. But I have zero self-control. If he leaves me alone during dinner time, I will make spaghetti. I will make spaghetti.
Isn't that like a hyperfixation kind of thing?
Yes.
Not to diagnose you.
Yes.
It's kind of what it sounds like.
Yeah, honestly, a lot of, like, autistic humans really love spaghetti. Like, butter noodles is usually because it's really bland and, like, not too crazy on the senses. But, like, getting fixated on a food regardless is also very, like, normal for mental health troubles.
Yeah.
But it's just so easy.
Yeah,
and then it's just
it is.
Yummy spaghetti. And then I've been putting, because I'm on a health kick right now, if you hadn't noticed from all my millions of texts. But I've been putting, like, all my greens in it. Like, I've been chopping up kale.
Ooh, yum.
And arugula and putting it in there. It's
nice.
so good.
That does sound good.
If
it wasn't spaghetti.
What?
I said that does sound good if it wasn't spaghetti.
Oh, yeah, I forgot you don't like spaghetti.
Yeah.
I had the thing I was making out on the counter, and it was what? The way I worded that? Are you laughing at?
I making out, and I was like,
"Oh, making out,
making out on the counter." Okay, sorry, continue.
You just like stopped.
Oh, and then I heard what you actually said. It takes me a second to process sometimes. Anyway, continue.
And Jay walked by the counter, and he said, "You'll get this. They won't." He said, "Why are you eating Satan?"
Satan.
There's a meat substitute called seitan made from like wheat gluten.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Why are you eating Satan?
No, I'm eating seitan. And I just laughed so hard.
I bet. That's really funny.
But I've been putting that in my spaghetti too.
Yum.
It's not like good, but it's not bad.
I haven't had that in so long.
It tastes like wheat gluten.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah.
That reminds me of Kevin has been singing like a Taylor Swift song, and he's been singing the words like really. He's been singing one word different. It changes the entire meaning. It's
Like on accident?
I don't know.
Okay.
I think he
Isn't that
thought
like your
it
pet
kinda
peeve?
was. Pet peeve. People
Singing the words wrong?
Kind of, but I had to get used to it because he does it all the time, and partially does it on purpose because he knows that it annoys me, but also just because it's just what he does. He doesn't know the lyrics to songs properly.
Yeah.
So he's going, I don't know. I think he may have actually thought it said this. He's, Down Bad. It says everything comes up teenage petulance. Everything comes up teenage petulance. He's going, everything comes up teenage pestilence.
What does that mean?
So I looked up. I was like, that is not the word
you
Kevin.
verified first.
I was like, I'm looking up what pestilence means, because that is surely not what she is saying. And it means like it's like some sort of like plague, like the bubonic plague.
What the?
And he's been singing everything comes out teenage pestilence. That is not what she's saying,
not what
dude.
she's saying.
But now he's gonna keep singing that. I know he is.
That's really funny.
Because he keeps singing it, and I'm like, that's not the word. He's like, I don't care.
Okay, you correct him.
Like, that's not it. That's not it. He's like, what's petulance mean anyway? And then I'm like, okay, well.
Not in my vocabulary.
I mean, it just kind of means like
Rah. Right?
Like kind of being irresponsible, like irresponsibly lashing out or like acting out about something, reacting childishly.
I thought it was like rebellious. Anyway.
Yeah. But anyway, that was just really funny.
That's really funny.
Like, bro. That is not the words.
That's not the words. It's not it, man.
Yeah.
Do you remember, it's switching topics, do you remember a couple weeks ago, I sent you a picture of coffee?
Yes.
An empty coffee cup, basically.
And you said
for the pod.
Yeah.
And we ended up not recording it last week.
Yeah.
Do you remember how much coffee was in there?
Not that much.
Yeah, like a little tiny bit.
Yeah.
The rest of it spilled on the floor.
Oh.
And I was particularly grumpy that morning, and it was when I just started drinking decaf.
Oh.
So I was extra grumpy because I knew I wasn't going to get my fix. And I was carrying the cup like this because sometimes carrying it by the handle and like holding other things, it just like leans.
Yeah.
So I was carrying it like this. And sometimes I just drop things too early.
Like when you're setting it down?
Yeah, like I'm not going to actually do it, but like
because it's going to spill.
It's going to spill. But like I'll let go like here. And then it's just
that you're used to
close
like
enough.
Putting cats down. How
You just throw them.
Remember, I think I did that with Bean once, and I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, dogs are very different. Jay never had cats before Ralph.
Okay.
So early on, I told him that like cats always land on their feet. He's like, let's test it. I'm like, no. And then
he's like on top of the house.
He like took him and he like just dropped him. Like just from a normal height, you would throw a cat. This sounds horrible.
Throw a cat.
And he was like, "What?" And he's amazed. And now he's just like,
yeah. Well, the thing is, sometimes it's not really you tossing them. It's just that
they jump as you
they
throw
just
them.
jump out as you throw them across. No, we don't throw.
We don't throw animals. It's just if you have cats, you get that.
You
they
understand?
They kind of just bounce.
Yeah. But that's what you're thinking as you're putting down your coffee, I guess.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, it'll land on his feet.
It's like bowling. Yeah, and I just dropped it and I had like my camera. So I have a side table on my side of the couch. I said that aggressively because it's mine.
Nice.
So I have a side table and I keep stuff on it that I use regularly when I'm sitting, which sometimes it's my cameras because I'll like put my pictures onto a laptop when I'm sitting on the couch or something. So my cameras were on there.
Oh no.
And like my laptop was on there.
Did it spill on it?
Everything's fine.
But did it get on it?
No.
Did you say?
I mean, I think I got some on this camera, but it seems to be working fine. It's probably just got its wig a little messy. That makes no sense. Anyway, for our listeners and viewers, our cameras have little like sound thingies, sound hats.
Sound hats.
I don't know what they're called.
Toupees, if you will.
Toupees. They have little fuzzy things at the top of them.
Yeah. It's like a wind breaker. No. They're
Not a
wearing
coat?
jackets.
Yeah.
I can't remember what the word is. Just, it's fine. So I have like some small...
Just remember what time it is. Okay.
I have like a couple small topics that are probably going to take like 5 seconds.
Okay.
So I was talking to our mom about this when we were driving one day. I think... this is so stupid. I think that road signs need to be a little bit more clear. Okay? And I'm talking about wrong way signs.
Why have you been seeing wrong way signs?
Because when you're driving, the wrong way sign is in the middle. Why is it in the middle?
Wait, what are you talking about?
The wrong way sign. When you're driving and there's a sign and it's like you can see it because it's for the other lane. See what I'm saying? It's in the middle. Why is it in the middle?
Because then you feel like you're going the wrong way and you're not.
Exactly. I think what it is, it's like in the middle and on the side. But still, I see wrong way. I'm like, oh my God, I'm not going the wrong way. Why is it in the middle? Riddle me that. Why is it in the middle?
You sound like me right now.
Because one time I was driving at night and I have a hard time with directions anyway. And then at night, I was in a place I didn't know. And it was telling me to turn onto this road. And the first thing I see is like my headlights shine on a wrong way sign. And I was like, oh my God.
You panicked and got in 10 car accidents.
And yeah, no, I didn't. It was totally fine because it wasn't the wrong way. The wrong way sign was just there, like in the middle. What's the deal with that?
That's crazy.
So yeah, look out for it and you'll think of me.
Okay.
Anyway.
I will look out for it and think of you.
Next thing is just a question for you.
Okay.
Do you think that baking soda is salty?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Why? Is that it? You're not going to explain?
I was talking to Kevin.
Mm-hmm.
We made like homemade Dole Whip and it just turned out like a little bit too acidic because the recipe said to put lemon juice in it. I think that was wrong. It did not need the lemon juice.
Already.
It was just really acidic. And so we were talking about what can counteract like acidity, whatever. Mm-hmm. And I was saying that I think sometimes it's like saltiness because like when you're having like tomato sauce, you add baking soda to counteract the acidic parts. Mm-hmm. It's actually usually not like salt or anything, but that's beside the point. Mm-hmm. What I was saying is like, because like baking soda is what you use and that's like salty.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, it's not.
Has he eaten plain baking soda? Because we have.
So I was like, have you eaten plain baking soda? Because I have. And he was like, I don't know.
Yeah,
and I was like,
so, punk.
So I took our baking soda out of the pantry and I made him get a little finger and lick it. That sounded weird. Anyway, I made him, I don't know what else I'm going to say. I made him try the baking soda. Okay. Everything I'm thinking is just not good to think.
It wasn't even The way you said that wasn't good.
that wasn't good. And he was like, it's keep happening. He was like, no, that's not.
He was choosing a hill to die on, and it was the wrong hill because he's wrong.
I'm like, dude, that
salty. It's so
it's salty. It's so salty. He's like, no, it's just like, I don't even remember what he said. He said some weird thing to explain it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that was my.
That's baking soda is salty.
Mm-hmm.
We would know.
Yeah, because we used to eat it all the time.
We used to eat mouthfuls of it. And like, remember when you're baking and you just put way too much baking soda and it tastes like
you just taste it. Also, because one time I was making tomato sauce and I was trying to make it less sweet, and then I put like, way too much baking soda, and the sauce tasted like baking soda. So I threw it out. Got a can. A jar. What?
Got a can.
Got a can. A can of tomato sauce.
Wait, you were making tomato sauce from scratch?
Yeah.
Are you Nara Smith?
What did you just say?
Are you Nara Smith? That only got to a very specific
I
crowd.
thought you just asked me if I'm Aerosmith. I was like, Dreamer.
No, Nara Smith is a very lovely woman on TikTok who goes, my children said they like to eat.
Oh.
So I just decided to make it for them.
Okay. I know what you're talking about.
Which, by the
now.
way, I wanted to talk about this someday anyway.
Yeah.
She's obviously, like, she got popular by being ridiculous with, like, they wanted Pop-Tarts for breakfast, so I made it, and it took 7 hours, right?
Yeah.
So now every single time she goes, I just decided to make some. Very seriously, in her little ASMR way, but she's joking. Like, she's serious. She's making it. Her kids love it. Her kids maybe wanted it. But, like...
I know what you're saying. It's not like she's saying... I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Anyway. I love her, despite her haters.
Yeah. She just wants to. I think that's what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
She just likes to make things.
Yeah.
So sue her.
Her and her husband are so cute.
I don't know that much about them. I think I've just seen like a couple of her videos.
They're just so cute. And like it's always like the comments like, oh, the way he looks at her. He looks at her just like he wants to like eat her up.
Eat her up. I was expecting like look at her like she's the entire world.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay. Same difference.
Same difference.
Yeah.
Let's play a game to end this
Okay.
episode. What game do we want to play? Okay, let's try one more time. Let's try.
Oh, okay. You guys ready for this?
You ready for this? Anyway. Didn't know if you got it. Anyway.
No, yeah, I was dancing. Okay. I was dancing to it. Sorry.
Wait, do we go 1, 2, 3 or 3, 2, 1?
Doesn't matter. 3, 2, 1?
Okay. 3.
No, I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm ready.
You're not saying it would be 3,
3, 2, 1.
Banana.
Book.
What'd you say?
Book.
Banana book. Okay.
Banana book.
3. Don't think. Just say.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Curious
Bookmark.
George.
Oh, that was so much smarter. I really didn't think.
You really didn't think.
Curious George and bookmark.
Uh-huh.
How do we go in between that?
I don't know. It's gonna like okay. 3, 2, 1. Children's
Raincoat.
books.
I don't know why I think of him in the raincoat.
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. Raincoat children's books. There's got to be something. It's got to be
Let's start over.
Yeah.
I don't like where this
This isn't going well.
Okay.
Restart.
Okay.
We got this.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Flower.
Coffee flower.
And I meant like flower like a flower. not like flour that you bake with.
I figured so.
Coffee and flour.
Can I say? Oh well. 3, 2, 1. Coffee bean.
That was so. That didn't even make that much sense.
It did. I didn't even know if I could say it because I already said coffee and then just coffee bean.
We did it, you guys.
Finally.
Oh my god.
The first time we ever played this,
Mm-hmm.
we did so good. We got every single one. And like it didn't make sense or anything.
Yeah. It was, I can't remember what it was, but it was like, it was wild.
Chair hat.
Oh yeah, and then we said like pillow.
Yeah.
Chair hat. Oh, I love that. Wow, we did
Yeah,
it.
that was fantastic.
I don't even know if we should try again because
No.
we did it
No, next time maybe.
next time.
We'll get better.
Is this our regular segment?
So, it was supposed to be
Are you okay?
it was supposed to just be a game, but I guess this is our game.
Our game has become serious. They're all invested, aren't you guys?
All of our 3
Mhm.
listeners.
Listen to them. Crickets. Anyway.
Anyway, go follow us on all of our social media at Pity Privilege.
Yes.
Spelled
Oh, privilege is spelled Privilege.
I don't know how to spell privilege. Anyway, bye!
Bye.